again from the garden. It's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. I grow cut flowers in Northwest Iowa in Zone 5A, and today is day 2 of cool flower planting in the garden. Now, if you saw one of the latest videos that I posted, you saw that I was out here the other day prepping my beds, laying my landscape fabric, and I planted all of my yarrow and a few stock plants that I had planted. Well, today I am out here again. It's a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees. I am amending more soil and laying more landscape fabric, and today my plan is to plant all of my Snapdragons and my feverfew. And I do have some Lisianthus that I think may be ready to go out in the garden, so I may just go ahead and get those planted as well. Tomorrow's weather looks pretty good, but starting tomorrow afternoon all the way through Saturday, we are supposed to get a bunch of rain, so I know that I will not get anything done in the garden. So I'm working really hard today to get as much planted as possible. So before I get started planting, I want to show you the areas that everything is going and talk about my plant spacing. So first of all, here are the seed trays that I'm going to work on planting out today. These two are Snapdragons. The one just behind there is Lisianthus, and then over in the corner, right over here, that is my tray of feverfew. So this is one of the beds that I got ready the other day. I amended the soil using an organic garden soil by Nature's Care. It's one that I used last year and had really great luck with. So by amending the soil, I go through with a potato fork and I basically just kind of aerate and loosen up the soil a little bit first. And then I put the organic mix on top of the soil. In some areas, like where I'm going to eventually plant my pumpkins because they're more heavy feeders, I do put down a full compost or like a composted manure. But in this area for my flowers this year, I'm simply putting down the organic garden soil, and then I do put some Biotone starter fertilizer on top and mix it in as well, just to give those plants an extra boost right when I put them in the ground. Now again, this area is where some Snapdragons are going. I went ahead and pre-burned the holes in my landscape fabric. That's going to suppress the weeds. It's also going to keep the soil nice and moist. And my Snapdragon holes are spaced 6 inches apart. So they're 6 inches this way and 6 inches this way. So this is the other side of my greenhouse where the rest of my Snapdragons are going to be planted. This soil is already amended. I just need to go ahead and lay that landscape fabric and burn the holes in it. Now down the path around the back side of my greenhouse, I do have another area where Snapdragons could go. It'll depend how many seedlings I have and whether I fill that spot or not. Otherwise there will be zinnias there. And then around the front of my greenhouse, I also have that soil amended. I'm working on finishing a new pathway to my greenhouse. But this area all in front here, this is going to be where my Rudbeckia goes. Now my Snapdragons I'm spacing at 6 inches. My Rudbeckia I'm spacing at 9 inches. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get started on laying the rest of my landscape fabric, burning all the holes, and then I'll get to planting. So I'm just going to set my camera up as I work, and then when I am all done with the snaps and the feverfew and probably my Lisianthus, I will give you guys a tour. And again, all of these flowers that I am planting right now into the garden are known as cool flowers or hardy annuals. They can withstand a heavy frost, some even a freeze, and so that's why I can plant these out this early in the ground. They actually could have probably been planted out weeks ago, but on Easter we had 3 inches of snow, then we had lows down in the teens, and I just wasn't comfortable with putting them out that soon. So this week is the week. Plants like zinnias and sunflowers and dahlias, those are not going to go into the ground till probably mid to end of May, but I'm going to get a head start on these cool flowers because I really need to have flowers for my June farmers market. So I'm going to get to planting and I'll give you a tour at the end. Okay, so it's a couple hours later. All of my Snapdragons and all of my feverfew are in the ground. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning to plant my lisianthus when it's a little bit cooler. But let me show you where they all ended up. I'm so excited. I think they look amazing. Okay, so first of all, here is my feverfew. I just started a 24 cell tray of feverfew this year. When I grow a plant for the first time, I don't like to go overboard just in case it's something that doesn't work well for me or I don't like to use it in bouquets. So I thought 24 plants was a good test this year. These are planted with 9-inch spacing. Then here is the north side of my greenhouse. This is most of the Potomac series of Snapdragons I planted. Down towards the end, if you can see that far, you'll notice that some of those are a shorter variety. That is that third tray of Snapdragons that I did not realize was not sitting level in the tray when I bottom watered it, and a lot of those died off. And so those shorter plants down at the end are what I could get out of that tray, mostly Madame Butterfly mix. But all my Potomac series look good. And then let me show you the other Snapdragon spot. So here is the south side of my greenhouse with all the rest of my Snapdragons. These are some of the Potomac and mostly Costa series. I think these are going to just take off growing really quickly now that they're outside. Again, my Snapdragons I'm trying this year with 6-inch spacing. Last year I did 9, and I think I could have them much closer. I'll make sure to keep you updated on the progress of how fast these grow. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for a lot more planting and planning for my cut flower season. We'll see you soon.